Welcome back to Purity class for August 2020. The topic is self-esteem, found in 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 21. And that reads, "And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel, and my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Wherefore then speakest thou so to me?" Puritans should realize that when low self-esteem causes them to choose no over God, it can lead to disastrous consequences. Self-esteem is your opinion of yourself. When a person has a positive opinion of themselves, they have good self-esteem. When a person has a negative opinion of themselves, they have low self-esteem. Low self-esteem can be manifested by perfectionism, self-hatred, and being a people pleaser. A person that is a people pleaser can be manipulated to do wrong things. They can also make their own bad decisions trying to get adoration from people. Saul was the first king of Israel. This should have helped his self-esteem. However, Saul had deep-rooted self-esteem issues. He described himself as being from the least tribe and his family as the least in the tribe. This is contrast to the description given in verse 2, where it's described as a choice young man and goodly. His self-esteem issues caused his trouble throughout his reign. He was waiting on Samuel to make a sacrifice. When Samuel didn't come when expected, Saul made the sacrifice. Samuel chastised him. Saul was given strict instructions about how to handle the Amalekites. When he disobeyed those instructions, he gave Samuel the excuse of fearing the people. This disobedience sealed his downfall. We should never choose to please people over God. It can have disastrous consequences. How can low self-esteem affect your Christian walk? Or what are some characteristics of low self-esteem? Let's turn to Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 6 through 8. Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, Say not, I am a child. For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. The verse to look at is verse 8. It says, Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. Now let's look at Joshua chapter 1, verses 5 through 9. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. The verse to look at is the 5th verse. It says, There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. Now let's look at Romans chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. For I say through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. The verse to look at is the second one. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Now let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 20. We're going to read verses 1 through 9. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. For the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto battle against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint, fear not, and do not tremble. Neither be ye terrified because of them, for the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. And the officers shall speak unto the people, saying, What man is there that hath built a new house, and hath not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle. And another man dedicate it. And what man is he that hath planted a vineyard, and hath not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle. And another man eat of it. And what man is there that hath betrothed a wife, and hath not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man take her. And the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, What man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return unto his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. And it shall be, when the officers have made an end of speaking unto the people, that they shall make captains of the armies to feed the people. Should age be a factor in work for the Lord? If God is for us, how should we face adversity? Can the Bible affect how we see ourselves? Why did some Israelites turn back from battle, even after they had assurances from God they would be successful? Go back to Deuteronomy 20, verses 1 through 9, and answer those questions. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.